That went live so much faster than I was ready for. Hello, welcome to the new month mapping workshop. My chair is up high. My desk is down low and I kept bumping it. Sorry. But I wanted to start this off. I'm so excited. I could not wait until 8 p.m. tonight. There has been a little bit of schedule change that I wasn't ready for. So, hello. Get to this whenever you can. No pressure. As long as you are seeing this, learning it, taking your notes, implementing what I'm showing you, and all the other things by the 3rd, you are fine. No rush, no pressure. Let's jump into this. Hello. If you need a reintroduction, most of you already know me, but just for future reference, I'm Lindsay. I'm Little Things Life Coach is my brand, soon to be an LLC. I'm working on that. It is a little bit longer of a process, but I have a background in psychology. I actually am a bachelor's degree there. I've been a teacher for over 12 years in the education field for a very, very, very long time. And I am so super stoked to be bringing this to you because it is something that I'm extremely passionate about, and it kind of takes life and, you know, the psychology and everything, and it balls it all up into one, and it to me is just a masterpiece. And I'm just so stoked. So let me know if you're catching this live, replay. Please show me some excitement in the comments. I love going back and seeing your light bulbs. So whenever you're like, oh wow, you know, drop me a light bulb emoji in the comments. Whenever you're like, ooh, that makes sense, you know, totally light bulb me. And I'm just going to dive right into it. So, what are habits? We hear it all the time. It's everywhere. I mean, like, there's songs, my bad habit leads to you, woo, and you're like, that's weird, why are we calling them bad? Where are the good ones? How many times have you heard, that's a bad habit? Oh, I have a bad habit of doing this. Oh, I have a bad habit of doing that. Where are all the good ones? So, I am here to assure you that there are good ones, and I'm going to change your mind and your perspective so much with this information that I cannot wait to hear your transformation and your testimonial with this information. So, a habit, by definition, is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. So I'll say it again. A settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Now, if I take that and I also look at the psychology definition of a habit, which is an automatic reaction to a specific situation. So the psychology definition approach to habits are an automatic reaction to a specific situation. So when you look at that and you kind of just bring it together, let's just bring both of those definitions together. A settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up, an automatic reaction to a specific situation. That makes me look at everything I'm doing in my life completely different. Everything. So, if you look at it also from a psychology approach or an applied behavior analysis approach, which I used to practice and work through with a preschool level for 4+ years, I was ABA in an ABA classroom. So that's applied behavior analysis. So behavior is everything we do. Everything a person does is behavior. Not like, oh, you're misbehaving. Just what you do is a behavior, okay? So when we pull out the definition, just the regular one and the psychology one, and we look at it through the lens of behavior, it takes, on average, these are the statistics I want you to write down, so drop me like a pen emoji, a paper emoji, any kind of thing. Let me know that you wrote this down. You could even just said type in the comments, wrote it, okay? I want to know that you have this written. This is very important, these statistics, okay? On average, it takes 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, okay? 18 to 254 days. That is almost a full year, okay? Light bulb. And an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. So when we put the definition of habit and behavior and the statistic and we mix it all up together, we can literally see that we are not failing ourselves. We are not failing ourselves. We try something new. We probably aren't letting it go for a long enough time, or there's just something that could be tweaked, right? But we are not failing ourselves. This tracking tool, the way that I've designed it, the way that I set it up, the way that we use it, approach it, and build it to be directly as you need it. This is not a come to the workshop, buy a course, get in a mastermind. This is your plan. This is your outline, your game map, your, play call, your roadmap. This is your tracking tool to your goals, to your definition of success. I really hope that you started practicing that or identifying it. Okay, so what we need going further is to identify, allow, and recognize all of what we want. What action do you want, right? What is the goal that you have? And I really hope that you are in this workshop already with a goal. If you do not yet have one, please write that down on your notes to talk to me about in our one-to-one create session, where I will break it down for you further. But next, I want to show you the tool. So we already went over what a habit is by definition, regular, and through the psychology definition, the statistics of it, and why both of those together can change your entire outlook on everything you do in your life. And if you allow me to be your coach, I will show you the rest of everything. So this is the tool. Like I've mentioned, I've pulled it off. It's like a hybrid combination of almost like the printable grid tracker and then just the regular rinky-dinky fill-in ones that you can find off of Google, right? The habit tracker. It's almost like somebody in graphic design just made a grid, made a couple long, and then threw it up on Google as a freebie. But here is mine. This is what I've designed probably about, I don't know, maybe a year ago, and this is what it looks like. So it's the month, and then your action affirmation, which in your create session, we will go over all of this in full detail. You are going to pick your steps that you are tracking. They all go on the side. I will go into all detail in the create session. And then up at the top, so you have just one piece of notebook paper, and it's a landscape. It's hot dog way. You're going to write your lines across and use the actual lines of the paper as the days of the month. What is very specific here is I group the weekends because I'm not putting out as much. I'm not as action taking on the weekends. I like to rest on the weekends a lot. So I purposely share those because I'm not doing as much. If you are a type of person that does a lot on the weekends and not a lot on like Monday and Tuesday, like that's your work weekend or whatever, we will go through all of that in your create session. So I'm very excited about those because it's all going to be tailored specifically to you. You're going to tell me what you want. I'm going to map it out for you. You can design it yourself. There's also a digital copy on my Podia. I will put all my links in a thread and a guide later. But if you want to, you have to purchase it. It's a graphic a digital graphic of my design, and then you can download it and print it out. So it goes by what you're tracking, the days of the month at the top, and then over on this side I have areas for important dates, your goals, and then here is what I've recently added as for if you're doing a daily journal practice either in the morning or at night, instead of adding it down here as a just check mark, I put it on and color it in for every day that I do that with the color of the mood that I'm in while I'm journaling. So that is the tool, the all amazing habit tracker. And I would like to just say before I get off of here, first of all, I cannot wait to design yours with you through a one-to-one session on Zoom. It's probably going to be a lot of a faster paced, reach your success type of thing than what I did by myself for 2 years. I literally have stacks. I have a whole binder of trying and failing and tweaking, and I've found it and I've crafted it, and it has been the most rewarding thing to do. And before we go, we'll just let you know that with the month long of coaching, a lot of the feedback that I've been receiving from previous trainings and previous clients is the hardest thing is building the consistency with actually using it. So it's all great, fine and dandy to design it, but building the consistency is where a lot of people are finding difficulties. So I offered up the month-long weekly sessions of coaching, and I will pull it either as a group, like a live like this. I might do both. We can hop on Zoom, talk about some feelings, some obstacles, some roadblocks, and then we will work through that as your coach with the mindset of building consistency. Like I said, I did this by myself for 2 years. Having someone to help you build it, literally map out your trackable action steps so you can see your success instead of feeling lost and as a failure, is going to make a realm of a difference, knowing that what you're building is going to be a regular tendency for you, a regular, immediate, automatic response is what you're building. And starting this today, starting this by next week together, getting to the 254th day will feel a lot less painstaking, right? Getting to the average of 66 days to make this work for you and build it as a brand new behavior, build yourself some income producing goals and habits and how to reach them through taking the actionable steps is incredible. I will give you one example. If you're building an online business, you can put on follow-ups, you can put on conversations, posting on the internet, like I mentioned, journaling, personal development, listening to podcasts, doing your journal, going for a walk, getting your steps in, drinking enough water, attending Zoom meetings, hosting your own trainings. Anything that you're already doing in your life is already a habit of yours. So if there is something new that you would like to build, if there is something that you want to reach and have broken down into reaching that goal, please bring it to me. Let me know. I am so stoked for this. I hope that you can tell. I'm like geeking out over here. 254 days, my friends. And we have the month of May together, at least like 20 days of them together. And then we will, like I said, do weekly check-ins, and I will teach you the mindset of how to get consistent with actually tracking it. No matter what's going on in your life, I will show you how to do that. So I hope that you enjoyed this workshop. I am looking forward to your scheduling for the one-to-one create sessions. I put the information above in the caption. I am stoked. I hope you have a fantastic Friday night, and I will check in with all of you very soon. Thanks for joining the workshop of new month mapping. Now we get to work. See ya!